Which altcoin should you buy this year, which most likely will explode in market cap when Bitcoin is continuing this bull market? Guys, that is going to be the topic of today's video. We are going to have a look at where most likely liquidity will go in the crypto markets and how you can position yourself basically to catch some of that liquidity, okay? First of all, guys, this is Bitcoin's chart on the weekly time frame, BLX. And yeah, we are just very clearly in an uptrend. I think the structure is very beautiful. As you can see, we have a nice rising channel right here, bouncing from the support. We just did that with the last 4-year low and right now coming up. So even though we could get a correction, I don't think we are going to surpass that low. We are just going to continue in this uptrend. The most important question that I think everyone should ask themselves is whether this will be a 16-year cycle, so a very short bull market, but very explosive, or whether this will be a regular 4-year cycle, a more prolonged bull market like we have seen in the previous times in Bitcoin's bull market. I'm personally leaning more towards the 16-year cycle, but I'm very aware that I can be wrong in that, so I'm going to assess it when we are further in that process. And if you want to get these updates as well, guys, then make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Make sure that you have the bell notifications on so you get notified whenever this is happening. So when we are late in the bull market, we might be trading right here, and there is some very important information about the 16-year cycle that you're not missing out because the videos are not really picked up by the algorithm, that you're not depending on the algorithm whether you see these videos or not. So make sure to have that bell icon on, guys. And of course, before we are jumping into this amazing content, make sure to drop a thumbs up, guys. This is a very important video because we are going to talk about where most likely liquidity is going, or one of the hooks or one of the corners where a lot of liquidity will flow. As you may have seen in the previous videos here on the channel, I've been talking a lot about ordinals. Ordinals is basically an update on Bitcoin, which makes it possible to not only send Satoshis, but to include data when sending these Satoshis. Basically, you can send more than just Bitcoin. You can include data in that. So therefore, it made it possible for Bitcoin to have NFTs on the Bitcoin space. And we have seen already quite some hype around this. And I think this is a game changer, especially for this bull market, because it is the most logical step if you ask me. Even though the real world functionality is not really there. Okay, you got a picture, digital image on the blockchain, so what? You know, with Ethereum also, you got an NFT, right click, save image, so what? But the thing is, guys, we have seen this functionality already on Ethereum with the NFTs and smart contract. This blew up and still is quite big. The NFT marketplace of Ethereum is still quite big. And right now, once we are seeing that over on Bitcoin, I think it's the most logical step to get the same functionalities, which actually put Ethereum kind of for some people above Bitcoin because of these functionalities. Right now, Bitcoin is also able to do that. And I think a lot of people rather would have a NFT on the Bitcoin blockchain because the Bitcoin blockchain is more secure than to have an NFT on the Ethereum blockchain. I think the NFTs on the Bitcoin blockchain eventually will become more valuable than the NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain. So how can we take advantage of that during this bull market? Like I said, I think we have to see where liquidity is flowing, right? If you can see in which corners liquidity flow, you can position yourself in those corners with a net, hoping you're grabbing some liquidity. So I think artificial intelligence is going to be one corner. We have seen the narrative already. Most likely, especially when altcoins are correcting a little bit more, it might make sense to buy some artificial intelligence altcoins. I've shared a lot of them here on the channel. I've shared a lot of them over on WhaleAlerts. Most of them that we have been sharing are actually in the profit. They have been doing already quite good, so that is quite nice. But that's not the focus of today's video. I want to have a look at the NFT marketplace. And what we can see right here, guys, this is the Google trends basically on the search term NFTs. And we can see that it didn't really exist before, right? But then suddenly in March 2021, we got a spike. We got a spike in interest. And this was already quite deep in the bull market. So that's actually quite crazy. But let's say this is around April, May, March, April 2021. Let's go to the Bitcoin price right here. March, April, that was around this top. This was the first moment we have seen a explosive interest in NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain. So this was already very deep in the bull market at the first top. Which later got slightly surpassed, and in hindsight, it turned out to be a double top, right? But what I think right now is that we are seeing that same small thing, right? If we are seeing right here, we are seeing right now in the ordinal space, because we haven't seen retail really coming into the space as we have seen with Ethereum. So first we had the early adopters right here coming into April, March 2021. But as you can see, this ebbed out. We had a correction, and afterwards retail came in. It was more easier to purchase NFTs. It became more a hype, and it went completely crazy. And I think the ordinals right now is roughly at that first bump in the road right here. So we already seen the hype. We got the evidence that the technology is working. We already see a lot of people that are already in the space jumping on it. So not retail investors yet. I don't know any retail investor that actually is busy with Bitcoin NFTs. I don't know them. A lot of crypto people that I know, they don't dip their toes into Bitcoin NFTs. I don't see them buying any of these NFTs. So I think we are actually still quite early. If we have a look at this chart, guys, and this is very interesting, we can see also right here that around March 2021 we had that first rally. And that might be a similar period where we are in right now, where we will get some consolidations over the next coming months, maybe a little bit more of a correction. But then afterwards, we are going to see a big hype around NFTs on the Bitcoin blockchain. And this later rally, like we have seen over with CryptoPunks on Ethereum, which is actually quite crazy, because right now the floor price of CryptoPunks on Ethereum is around 100,000 US dollars. And we have here, this is a collection of 10,000 CryptoPunks. So that's quite a big collection, right? We have even Pixel Pepper, or we have collections over on the Bitcoin blockchain which are lower. So guys, when we are looking at this chart, you can just see that there is so much space to grow right now in the ordinal space. And I just don't see any reason why that wouldn't be the case. We have seen so much hype on NFTs on the Ethereum, and it would really make sense to see that maybe even bigger on Bitcoin. And even though it doesn't get bigger, right? Even though if it doesn't grow out to be such a hype like we have seen on Ethereum, we are still so early, because the market cap of BRC20 tokens was roughly, and this is a really rough estimation because I think it's below 1 billion US dollars. It was hovering around 500-600 million for BRC20 tokens. And when we have a look at ERC20 tokens, we have a market cap of 150 billion. So even though a little bit liquidity would drip into the BRC20 market, I still think a lot of projects will do good and can outperform Bitcoin, including NFTs. That's also why I actually invested quite some NFTs lately, and I'm also planning to hold them. I'm not planning to sell them in the shorter term time frame, because I'm really going to wait till this hype is going to happen, like we have seen with Ethereum as well. And if it doesn't come, okay, bad luck. Sometimes you got to take risks. But it's also nice that we got the opportunity to take some risks, right? So that there is something new coming that gives us an opportunity to take risk early on and might get rewarded for that. So guys, I think although if we look right now at how the market looks like compared to the NFT market, we're actually quite early. So right here, we already have this whole BRC20 token hype. We got the NFT hype way later in the bull market when we have a look at the previous bull market. However, if we just look at the amount of market cap, at the amount of possibilities, I think a lot of liquidity from the crypto markets, maybe also a lot of liquidity from Ethereum and ERC20 tokens, will flow into BRC20 tokens and NFTs on the Bitcoin blockchain. So I do think that there's just a lot of liquidity will go there. And there are a lot of opportunities there if you know which one to buy, if you buy the right ones. And how do you know to buy the right ones? Well, one altcoin that I'm watching and that I'm also investing in, guys, is Ordinals. This is the first altcoin on the BRC20 chain, basically on the Bitcoin chain. The first BRC20 token is this already. So you can already imagine like how much hype that can create in the future. If BRC20 tokens are going to do good, most likely the first token ever created would be doing good as well. Right now we have a market cap of 175 million. I don't think it's that big if you compare what can happen with the hype. And also, as you can see right here on CoinMarketCap, this one was listed last month, kind of, yeah, like the beginning of this month, right? The 8th of May, and so far it just has been coming down slightly. So it's just really early. We are still right here early. Then guys, when you want to have a look at Bitcoin NFTs, I would highly suggest to look at the NFTs that are with a low inscription. So the earlier the NFT is inscribed onto the Bitcoin blockchain, most likely the higher value it will have in the future. Because imagine like this, guys, if Bitcoin is going to be like if Bitcoin adoption is going to grow, right, then the first collectibles available on the Bitcoin blockchain will become, of course, very valuable, as it has a lot of historical value, right? If you would have, let's say, one of the first oil paintings ever created, it would also carry a lot of value just because of the historical meaning, right? And that's the same with Bitcoin NFTs. I think the ones that are early inscribed will have a lot of value, and there will come a lot of projects, guys, where you can actually mint these NFTs almost for free. So I've minted Pep and Pepita, which you just could mint. So there was, you can be active on Twitter, you can find these projects, and then you can get whitelisted. The moment the mint is out, you will get notified. Then you can mint these projects basically for free. Those punks you could also mint almost for free. Right now they are worth almost $300 to $500 each, so that's quite nice as well. Bitcoin punks are very nice. So yeah, guys, this is just what I think. A lot of liquidity will go during this bull market into NFTs. I'm not saying right now jump the wagon, go all in, all your money in NFTs. No, definitely don't do that. But if you want to take some risks outside of Bitcoin in the crypto space, you might want to dip your toes in some BRC20 tokens and some Bitcoin NFTs. And you might want to DCA, see this as a trading strategy, right? Where you maybe every week or every month just put a little bit of your liquidity into this new movement, so to say, into this corner of the crypto markets, and you might get wet or you might catch a lot of liquidity once that hype is starting off. But you got to be patient. Don't expect 2x tomorrow. But generally, I think that it looks quite clear to me that this next bull market, a lot of liquidity will flow into BRC20 tokens. So guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If so, smash up that like button. If you want to get notified every time I'm buying NFTs, or you really want to get extra information on BRC20 tokens and so on, make sure to join WhaleAlerts. You can join basically for free. It is a Telegram channel, a private Telegram channel where you can only join if you trade under our affiliate. So if you join one of the exchanges down below this video, Bybit, BitGet, or PrimeXBT, or any other exchange, then you can basically submit your user ID and you will be invited for that private Telegram channel. Guys, I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you liked it. And let me know in the comment section what you think about BRC20 tokens and about Bitcoin NFTs. The opinions are really divided, I know that, but right here, our intention is just to look at opportunities to make money. Guys, let me know what you think. Really curious about that. I wish every single one of you a beautiful day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.